Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Sunday, May 12th, NBA playoffs, round 2. We are in a couple of game 4s here, series at 2-1. So we've got Knicks and Pacers with the early game today, and then Nuggets, T-Wolves, Pacers down 2-1 and at home, Nuggets down 2-1 and on the road. So let's take a look at both of these games. Both have been really good series so far, even though 3 blowouts really in that T-Wolves Nuggets series have been very interesting. And then the Knicks Pacers, it's been close every game basically. So let's hop right into this on this one here. So 12:35 out here in Phoenix, 3:35 Eastern time. Knicks Pacers. Pacers 5.5 point favorite, 218.5. So the line keeps coming down and the total keeps coming down. Total was like 219. In the last game, the line was 7 in this one. So let's break down the series so far. Third quarter, let's be really honest in this one. Third quarter has been dominated by the Knicks. So halftime adjustments definitely go to them. They are running out of players, though. OG Anunoby probably not going to play again today, for game 4. Brunson's still on the sore foot. DiVincenzo kept him in the last game there by hitting threes from everywhere, as the Pacers still have not figured out how to defend him. Still think they should just let Jalen Brunson go for 40, 50 and shut everybody else down, and it sounds like a pretty easy victory, but I guess a little bit harder to do than said, so to speak, on that one. So Pacers did the pace got slower in game 3, even though they did get the win. I just think you have to run them out of the building. They do not have enough bodies. You have to continue to run them, so they continue to have to rest guys like Brunson, put Hart on the bench for a minute, make DiVincenzo come out of the game. The bench, for the first time this series, the Knicks were dominant with the second unit when it's been the other way around the whole series. Obi Toppin didn't contribute point-wise. Ben Shepherd didn't get very many shots. TJ McConnell didn't even have a big game like he had in the first couple. So a little confusing on that one, but they did win. But I don't think that's the recipe for success here. The recipe for success, I think, is to run them out of the building. Tyrese Halliburton, finally Tyrese, shoot the ball and look what happens. Now, third quarter, he tried to be not as aggressive again and pass the ball a little bit more. And guess what happened in the third quarter? They got destroyed. He needs to come out of the locker room and just put the hammer down and try to blow this team out. I don't know if you can blow out the Knicks, but I think you can definitely get it to where it's 15, 17 points and a lot more comfortable on them as well. And you have to shut down DiVincenzo. If you shut down DiVincenzo even and you let Hart and Brunson go off, you still have a better opportunity. You just can't let him stroke 3-pointers all game long. It just gets out of control. So what are we going to think happens in game 3? We think the Pacers are game 4. We think the Pacers are going to even up this series is what we think. Think only that. This time we're actually going to get maybe a win on the final there, but we do expect it, in a cover. We do expect the Pacers to come out strong here and get this thing handled. Better performance off the bench would also help with the second team. So a couple of different things on that one on how to get this one done. But I just honestly think for the Pacers, it is run, and when you're tired, run some more. Because when their offense in the half court is definitely not as good as it is when they're moving. When they are moving, that ball flows freely, passes get around, the assists are way up, guys are getting even more wide open shots. Not only that, you make the defense work a little bit harder, so those guys are even more exhausted on that side of the ball. So that way maybe they don't hit every freaking 3 because they got tired legs. So definitely something I would want to see from the Pacers is continue to run. No matter if they're hitting shots or not, just continue some more to run at them. So on that one there. So let's give you those Pacers Knicks bet to get this thing started off. Pacers -1.5 first quarter, -3 first half, -5.5 for the game. Halliburton over 21.5 points, 4 plus threes, over 34.5 par. That's points, assists, rebounds combined. Miles Turner over 16.5 points, 2 plus threes, 2 plus blocks. And then we're also going to play Brunson under 6.5 assists and over 3.5 turnovers. Like we looked at Josh Hart's rebounds, that went up one more. I mean, really, we got a Josh Hart rebound prop is higher than freaking Jokic at the moment, so no value there on that one. Point prop for DiVincenzo went way up. Thought about playing the under there, but I just can't trust what this team's doing defensively at all. They keep changing their mind on what they want to do. Like, go shut those dudes down. But so far, they haven't been able to put a whole game plan together defensively. Just going to have to outscore them, I guess, here. Or, maybe take one of the best defensive guys off of Brunson, put maybe more Halliburton on him, and shift either Nesmith or Nembhard out to DiVincenzo and have them follow them around. So, one more time, bets in this Pacers-Knicks game. Pacers minus 1.5 first quarter, -3 first half, -5.5 for the game. Halliburton over 21.5 points, 4 plus threes, over 34.5 par. Miles Turner's over 16.5 points, 2 plus threes, 2 plus blocks. And Brunson under 6.5 assists and over 3.5 turnovers. So we get to the next game. Nuggets, T-Wolves, game 4. Nuggets blew out Denver realistically in the first 2 games. Denver blows out, on the road. Denver blows out Minnesota when they're on the road. So we got a 2-1 series here. Line a little bit less than it was the previous game. It's down to 3, with the T-Wolves being the favorite in this one. 204.5 total. So, I mean, finally some shooting regression came back in this game. It didn't happen in game 2. It actually took till game 3 for Minnesota to cool off a little bit. Karl-Anthony Towns did what we kind of expect him to do, which is hang out at the three-point line with Rudy Gobert back. It's definitely a different offense when Gobert is in there. Defensively, they're better, as Gobert can be the rim protector on that one, but it does make a difference on the offensive side of the ball. It moves Towns basically out to like a spot-up shooter rather than a guy that's taking a little bit more to the paint on that one there. So it does create a little bit of different offense. I think it's a little actually easier offense for the Nuggets to handle when Towns is basically just going to be stationed at the three-point line. Anthony Edwards does not score as many points at home as he does on the road. He tends to distribute maybe a little bit more, just doesn't take as many shots, doesn't try to take over the game as much, tries to let the whole offense kind of be involved in that. That's what we saw in Game 4. It didn't work for the T-Wolves. I'll be really honest, it's kind of what we expect one more time in this one. So we're going to take the Nuggets here to even up this series, get it back to 2-2, and head back to Denver for Game 5 all tied up. So we're going to take the Nuggets here, taking them plus the points. So +1 first quarter, +2 in the first half, +3 for the game. Jokic over 27.5 points. Jaden McDaniels over 8.5 points. Anthony Edwards under 28.5 points and under 39.5 par. Michael Porter Jr. over 16.5 points, 3 plus threes. Karl-Anthony Towns for 2 plus threes. And we did miss one more bet for Edwards over 3.5 turnovers, as he did turn it over five times in Game 3. So one more time, Nuggets, T-Wolves. And we might have another bet or two on this one, so I'll go over the Google Sheets with you here in a minute. But might have another bet or two to play in this one. We really want to play Jamal Murray kind of under, but it's right about the cusp where he was the last game. So one more time, Nuggets +1 first quarter, +2 first half, +3 for the game. Jokic over 27.5 points. Jaden McDaniels over 8.5 points. Anthony Edwards under 28.5 points. Under 39.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined, and over 3.5 turnovers. Michael Porter over 16.5 points and 3 plus threes. And Karl-Anthony Towns for 2 plus threes. So at the end of every show that we do, and also on a couple channel pages, there's going to be a link to our Google Sheets. This is a ledger of all of our bets, how many units we wagered on it, what juice we got those at, what book we placed them at, and then also the result once everything's finished. So we are a volume better. We have a lot of bets going on. So highly recommend that you use the Google Sheets to kind of make sure, go through, match them up with the bets that you like the most. And that should be a good winning combination for you as well. So make sure you do check out those Google Sheets. Basically, it's really simple. Click that link, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Then all you have to do from there is go to the sport you want. So if you want the basketball picks that we just went through, basketball 23 to 24 season, scroll down to May 12th, and they'll all be there for you. So check that out when you get some time. And you can also find the Google Sheets in a few different spots at the end of every episode that we do on YouTube. Also, you can find it on our YouTube and TikTok channel pages as well. So check that out when you get a couple minutes. And if you want to make life easy to find us, you can do so real easily by hitting that subscribe or follow button. Depending on what social media platform you're watching us on, will show up in either your subscriptions or followers tab. Or if you want to make life even easier, just go ahead and turn notifications on for the social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading for the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.